Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Tyrion Cuthbert, Attorney of the Arcane. Blind. Except for this part where I know where we're going and exactly who we're going to run into because I'm recording this a second time. Fortunately, we didn't get too far into the conversation, but frustrating. You arrive at the old abandoned house. Upon looking at the home that you left behind, you're struck with a flood of memories. Those memories were once happy, but now they only fill you with grief. Tyrion? Are you okay? Yeah, let's look around. You wipe your eyes and begin looking around the house. Suddenly, you hear the sound of breaking glass. You rush to look for the source and see two young teenagers throwing rocks at the side of the house. The shattered remains of a window are lying on the ground. Ha! Nice shot, Gavin. Name, Gavin Traylon. Occupation, none. One of the teens, apparently named Gavin, notices you approaching. We've got company, Wyatt. Huh? Name, Wyatt Ernell. Wyatt Ernell. Why Eternal? God damn it. I see the name pun there. You stare blankly at the broken glass lying on the ground. You're at a loss for words. You feel like you should respond, but nothing comes out of your mouth. You suddenly find yourself quickly approaching the two teens. Eh? What the hell do you want? Oh, what the hell? Before you even realized what you were doing, you threw a punch straight into Gavin's face. Your eyes are slowly tearing up. You can only see red. You grab Gavin by the collar and pull his face close to yours. Get the hell away from my house. Tyrion? Oh, you wanna go? Ha! If you came looking for trouble, you sure found it. Okay, let's all calm down and just stay out of this, you little shit. Excuse me? What, you got cotton in your ears or something? Yes, actually. Why don't you go ahead and repeat what you said? I said, stay out of this. You little shit. 5 minutes later. Yeah. She beat the hell out of him. Celeste? Yes? I'm sorry for losing my temper back there. I didn't mean to drag you into this. It's okay. Our emotions get the better of us sometimes. Celeste? Yes? I think you might have overdone it a bit. Nah, Celeste? Yes? I don't think he's breathing. Come on, just give him a second. You suddenly hear the very bruised and broken form of Gavin, sputtering and wheezing on the ground. It looks like he's finally regained consciousness. See? He's perfectly fine. You're fine. Wyatt is staring wide-eyed at Celeste. From the shaking of his legs, it looks like he wants to run, but he's too frozen by fear to move. Don't bother running. Even with a head start, I can easily catch up to you. Yeep. Anyways, these two are probably Justin's former delinquent friends, right? Are you okay with talking to them? Yep. Yes, of course. With your emotions in such disarray, you completely forgot why you came here in the first place. Would you two happen to know the young man who died at the refinery yesterday? These guys are after Justin, but he's already dead. After Justin. Was there someone with a grudge against him? Wyatt thinks that you were sent on someone's behalf. It wouldn't hurt to play the part to get more information out of him. We're not here to hurt you. We're not here to hurt you anymore. We'd just like to ask you a few questions about Justin. Yep. Yeah, sure, man. Whatever you want. Alright, you two, talk. I'll work on popping Gavin's shoulder back into place. It's a little disturbing how nonchalantly she says things like that. Justin Way. What can you tell me about Justin Way? According to a few witnesses we spoke to, you used to be friends. Friends is kind of pushing it. We used to hang back in the day, but we don't know more. It was weird when he started talking to us again. I thought he left for good. But he started talking to you again, why? He just needed some of the gear that he left at the house. Old gear? What kind of old gear? You know, his thieves' tools. All the tools you need for lockpicking and safecracking. Tools for lockpicking and safecracking? Why would Justin need those? What would Justin need lockpicking and safecracking tools for? Well, he needed to get the gold that he owed to your boss. So he owed gold to someone. Word has it that he was working for the merchant that owns the refinery. I guess the owner trusted him a lot. Justin said that he had a way to get access to the safe in the guy's office. Justin was always a whiz when it came to breaking and entering. He even had tools that could crack magical locks. Getting the gold out of that safe would have been an easy score for him. Wait, Justin was planning to rob Dracogen? Justin's planned robbery has been added to your notes. Okay. Wyatt apparently thinks that you were sent on behalf of someone. And from what he's said so far, Justin owed a non-trivial amount of gold to this person. If this person was some kind of criminal, could they have been the one who sabotaged the guardrail? Did Justin tell you who he owed this debt to? No, man. He didn't say nothing. They might whack me too if I tell them the truth. So he does now. There's no point in playing dumb. Just tell us what he told you. Did he give you a name? Answer the question. The Eye Taker. He owed gold to the Eye Taker. The Eye Taker has been added to your notes. Why do we have a picture of the Eye Taker's face if we don't know anything about him yet? Or her. Hard to tell from the portrait, actually. Justin's planned robbery has been updated in your notes. The Eye Taker, that must be some kind of criminal nickname. Why does that sound familiar, though? Either way, you need to find out who this Eye Taker is. It might be best to ask someone. Or someone else. Right. Hey, Tyrion? Yeah? Back at the house, what was that all about? I've never seen you get angry before. And you said that it was your house. Yeah, it was my house. It was? Ever since we arrived in this city, you haven't really been yourself. If you want to talk about it, I'm fine. I don't need or want to talk about it. You're not fine. I can see it on your face. Please just talk to me. It's none of your business. That came out a lot louder than you wanted it to. Celeste, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Without a word, she quickly walks ahead of you. Okay, let's present the Eye Taker to Mizorka because she'd know more than we do. Rika, do you know a criminal named the Eye Taker? The Eye Taker? I can't say I've heard of them. Are you in conflict with this villain? Do they seek to steal the Eye of Horus from you? No, not exactly. At least you hope not. Either way, it looks like Rika doesn't know who the Eye Taker is. You should try asking someone else. Okay. Let's try the Harbor Master. Morrison, do you know about a criminal named the Eye Taker? The Eye Taker? Where did you hear that name from? So you do know about them. I do. I've learned to keep my distance from him over the years. The Eye Taker is the criminal kingpin of this region. And I have completely forgotten the voice I had attempted to give him. Good. The less I attempt accents, the better. Every large criminal undertaking in this region happens under his watch. Is that big a deal? Of course he is. More importantly, how did you hear about him? From what I heard, Justin Way owed him a large debt. Justin owed them. I knew he used to run around with a bunch of rogues, but I never imagined by the Scaled Lord. The Eye Taker might be involved in Justin's death. Do you think someone like him could be behind this? Well, there's a saying we have about what happens when you get on his bad side. Let's just say he reminds you of why he has that name. So you know who the Eye Taker is now. It definitely adds another angle to this case. But there are still some elements that don't make sense. You need to take some time to work through it all. But you should go talk to Dracogen first. He'll want to see everything that you found. I do like when the game tells me where I need to be. Hello, Mr. Cuthbert. I trust you're doing well. We are, for the most part. We've spent some time looking into the accident and the people who knew Justin. I think there might be more to this case than meets the eye. Taker. Oh? You spend some time explaining your findings to Dracogen. Whoops. He seems troubled when you explain the traces of transmutation that you found on the guardrail. He's even more taken aback when you mention Justin's supposed plan to rob him. This is quite a lot to take in. Are you missing any valuables in your safe right now? No, actually, but what is it? After the accident, I did a careful inspection of the building. When I checked my office, I noticed that the lock on the safe was disengaged. The safe was opened, but you said there wasn't anything missing. That's right. When I saw the safe open like that, I was already worried that I had been robbed. But I double-checked the contents. Everything was accounted for. Because of that, I'd assumed I'd forgotten to lock it. This doesn't make any sense. Maybe it was just a coincidence? I might believe that if it weren't for where my office is located. What do you mean? The walkway that Justin fell from leads to my office. And there's a window there that overlooks the refinery. That would explain why Justin was there in the first place. I don't want to suspect one of my employees. Especially one that isn't alive to defend himself from such accusations. But it all fits too perfectly together for one thing. Why wasn't anything stolen? Well, regardless, I think you have a pretty good case. So, does this mean you'll represent me? After what I've discovered? I won't just stand by and let Von Sanctus have his way. Well spoken. I'm glad to have you on my side, Mr. Cuthbert. Anyways, regardless of why, someone clearly tampered with the site of the accident. I doubt the court will find you at fault for what happened. Although, what's wrong? Civil cases are a lot less strict than criminal ones. If we present evidence suggesting foul play using magic, they'll treat this exactly like our other cases. Yeah, they might stall the trial until they find out what exactly happened. For this accident, all we have to go on is witness accounts. Finding concrete evidence of what happened could very well be impossible. But the idea of hunting down the mage responsible sounds very tempting. It looks like you have your work cut out for you. I just hope things turn out okay in the end. And with Von Sanctus on the other side of this, who knows what might happen? It'd be best to keep your wits about you. I can't believe this. I have more important things to do than resolve your petty squabbles for you. Yes. The missing ship of your betrothed. Listen, the sooner you help me resolve this mess with Dracochin, the sooner you can return to being the prince's lapdog. But that is to say, once I'm not preoccupied with this case, House Von Sanctus can provide the resources that you and the Inquisition need. I suppose I don't have a choice, do I? Well, at least this case should be relatively straightforward. Would you like to save? Yes. Court is now in session for the trial of Stefanik Dracochin. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is also ready. Very well, let's begin the proceedings. Prosecutor Steelwind, please list the charges. The defendant is charged with criminal negligence in the death of Justin Way. The death occurred at the Oranax Arcane refinery last night. Mr. Way was an employee of the Dracochin Trading Company, a company owned by the defendant. During work hours, the victims accidentally broke a poorly maintained safety rail and fell into a vat of corrosive chemicals. Attempts to save his life failed, and his body almost fully dissolved. I see, what a gruesome end. The defendant displayed clear negligence in maintaining the refinery's facilities. As such, the responsibility for Mr. Way's death falls squarely on his shoulders. To begin, the prosecution would like to call Noah Morrison to the stand. Well, fortunately, we know all the witnesses. Witness, please state your name and occupation for the court. Yes, the name's Noah Morrison. I'm the harbor master of Oranax's harbor. It's my understanding that you witnessed the accident that night, am I correct? I did. Could you please testify to the court about what you witnessed? Witness testimony. I was showing a visitor around the city, and for some reason he really wanted to see the Oranax Arcane refinery. He was inspecting the machines there when suddenly Mazoriko ran up to us. She was desperately trying to tell us something, but there wasn't too much noise, or there was just too much noise. After a while, she pointed at the walkway overlooking the refinery. That's where we saw someone fall into that accursed vat. There was a guardrail that should have protected him from falling, but he broke through it as he fell. So, there was a safety rail that should have protected the victim. Yes. However, upon closer inspection, the city guard found that the rails were extremely rusted. They were clearly poorly maintained by the company. I see, and this negligence is the basis for the prosecution's charges. Are you going to present the traces of transmutation that we found? I can't help but feel like there's something in Morrison's testimony that doesn't add up. Right now, those traces are the only defense we have against Von Sanctus's accusations. It's just not a piece that I want to use just yet. And once you use that piece, who knows how the judge will react. Not much has changed with Morrison's testimony. However, you've collected a lot more evidence since you last spoke to him. Is there anything you found that contradicts his testimony? Okay. I know about Justin's meeting. I know about the robbery. And I know about the Eye Taker. I also know Justin shouldn't have been up there. Well, let's press everything first. And we will continue next episode. See you then.